Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, or ADHD, is one of the most common neurodevelopmental conditions in adults. Yet, it doesn't look the same for everyone. Some people struggle with focus, while others battle restlessness, impulsivity, or even mood challenges. To truly understand ADHD, it helps to look at its different types. In this video, we'll break down 8 major forms of ADHD and how each uniquely affects daily life. Inattentive ADHD. Inattentive ADHD is one of the most commonly misunderstood forms because it doesn't usually involve obvious hyperactivity. Instead, it is marked by persistent struggles with attention, focus, and organization. People with this type often find it hard to complete tasks, especially those that require sustained concentration. They may begin projects with good intentions, but quickly lose motivation or drift off into daydreaming. Everyday responsibilities like paying bills, following instructions, or keeping track of appointments can become overwhelming. A common trait is forgetfulness, misplacing keys, losing important documents, or overlooking deadlines. In group conversations, someone with inattentive ADHD might appear distracted, zoning out even when they're genuinely trying to listen. Because they tend to be quiet and less disruptive, many individuals go undiagnosed as children and only realize they have ADHD later in adulthood. Unfortunately, this often leads to years of being misunderstood as lazy or unmotivated. Although the challenges of inattentive ADHD can affect school, work, and relationships, there are also strengths. Many people with this type are imaginative, creative, and able to see unique perspectives. With the right strategies and support, inattentive ADHD doesn't have to hold someone back. It just means their brain works differently. Hyperactive-impulsive ADHD. Hyperactive-impulsive ADHD is the type most people think of when they hear the term ADHD. Constant restlessness, impulsive actions, and a need for movement or stimulation characterize it. People with this type often feel like they are always on the go. They may fidget, tap, or pace without realizing it, and sitting still for long periods can feel nearly impossible. Impulsivity plays a major role. Adults with this type may interrupt conversations, blurt out thoughts, or struggle to wait their turn. They often make quick decisions in the moment, sometimes without considering long-term consequences. At work, this might look like rushing into projects without planning, while in social settings, it could mean speaking before thinking. While this type can create challenges, it also comes with unique strengths. Many individuals are energetic, enthusiastic, and thrive in fast-paced environments where quick thinking is an asset. However, the constant restlessness can be mentally exhausting and sometimes frustrating for both the individual and those around them. Managing hyperactive-impulsive ADHD often requires learning how to channel that energy productively while practicing strategies to slow down decision-making. Combined ADHD. Combined ADHD is the most common diagnosis, as it includes features of both inattentive and hyperactive-impulsive types. People with combined ADHD experience difficulties with focus and organization, along with high energy levels, restlessness, and impulsivity. This combination makes it especially challenging because it affects multiple areas of life at once. Adults with combined ADHD may frequently lose items, forget appointments, or struggle to follow through on commitments. At the same time, they may also interrupt conversations, feel impatient in lines or meetings, and find it hard to sit still. It can feel like having two different brains pulling in opposite directions, one that drifts off easily and one that pushes them into fast, impulsive actions. In professional and personal settings, this type can create frustration. Work projects may be left unfinished due to a lack of focus, while impulsive decisions may cause setbacks in finances, relationships, or daily life. However, people with combined ADHD are also known for their creativity, adaptability, and ability to think outside the box. When their energy is managed and directed, they can achieve great results. The key is finding balance and using tools that help regulate both focus and impulsivity. Classic ADHD. Classic ADHD closely resembles what many consider the textbook version of the condition. It combines distractibility, impulsivity, and hyperactivity all in one. People with this type often describe themselves as restless, easily bored, and constantly in motion, both mentally and physically. Adults with classic ADHD may start several projects at once, only to leave them unfinished. Forgetfulness is common, whether it's misplacing everyday items, overlooking details, or missing deadlines. In social settings, they may struggle to wait their turn in conversations, frequently interrupt, or talk excessively. This impulsivity can also extend to decision-making, where choices are made quickly without fully thinking through the consequences. Daily life often feels chaotic for people with this type. Simple tasks like paying bills, following instructions, or organizing schedules can become overwhelming. Despite these difficulties, there are positive traits as well. Many individuals with classic ADHD are energetic, enthusiastic, and full of ideas. They thrive in environments that are fast-paced and stimulating, where their quick thinking and adaptability become valuable strengths. Classic ADHD can be challenging without proper support, but it also reflects a dynamic way of thinking. With the right coping tools, individuals can harness their energy and creativity effectively. Overfocused ADHD. Overfocused ADHD is different because instead of being easily distracted, individuals have difficulty shifting their focus. They can lock onto a thought, task, or routine and find it extremely hard to move on. While this can sometimes be an advantage in situations that require persistence, it often becomes a source of frustration. People with this type may replay negative thoughts or worries in their minds repeatedly, becoming stuck in unhelpful patterns. They might also be rigid in how they approach tasks or routines, feeling upset if things don't go exactly as planned. This inflexibility can lead to arguments or difficulty adapting to changes. Obsessive or compulsive behaviors sometimes appear, as well as a tendency to hold grudges or become oppositional when challenged. Although overfocusing can help with detail-oriented work, it often comes at the cost of seeing the bigger picture. For example, someone might spend hours perfecting one aspect of a project while neglecting more important deadlines. Socially, their tendency to become locked into their own perspective can create misunderstandings with others. Managing this type of ADHD often involves learning how to redirect attention and stay flexible when situations change. Temporal lobe ADHD. Temporal lobe ADHD involves challenges with memory, learning, and emotional control. People with this type often struggle to recall details, follow conversations, or process information effectively. These difficulties can create frustration in both personal and professional settings. Mood instability is another common feature. Individuals may experience sudden irritability, quick tempers, or emotional reactions that seem out of proportion to the situation. Some also report episodes of confusion, unexplained fear, or feelings of déjà vu. In certain cases, physical symptoms like headaches or stomach discomfort may accompany these challenges. Adults with temporal lobe ADHD may also have difficulty with auditory processing, meaning they struggle to retain what they hear. Instructions might need to be repeated, and conversations can feel harder to follow. Because of this, they may appear inattentive when in reality they are having trouble processing and remembering information. This type of ADHD is often misunderstood or mistaken for other conditions, such as mood disorders or learning disabilities. But recognizing it is important, as it highlights how ADHD symptoms can extend beyond attention and hyperactivity. Temporal lobe ADHD shows that the condition can also affect memory, emotions, and overall mental clarity. Limbic ADHD. Limbic ADHD is defined by a persistent low mood combined with the typical symptoms of distractibility and inattention. People with this type often feel unmotivated, fatigued, or weighed down by negative thoughts. While they may still have periods of energy and positivity, their overall outlook tends to be pessimistic. Adults with limbic ADHD may withdraw from social situations, lose interest in activities they once enjoyed, and feel especially sensitive to criticism or rejection. Everyday tasks such as cleaning the house, paying bills, or completing work assignments can feel overwhelming, not only because of attention difficulties but also because of low emotional energy. Unlike major depression, limbic ADHD does not always involve constant hopelessness. Instead, the emotional lows come and go, but are frequent enough to affect daily life. This fluctuation can make it hard for others to recognize what's happening, leading to misunderstandings. Although challenging, people with limbic ADHD often have strong empathy and deep insight into emotions, which can make them caring and supportive in relationships. The key is learning how to manage negative thought patterns while building consistent routines that boost energy and motivation. Ring of Fire ADHD. Ring of Fire ADHD is one of the most intense forms, characterized by high overall brain activity and strong emotional reactions. People with this type often experience mood swings, irritability, and difficulty managing their emotions. They may feel easily overwhelmed by their environment, reacting strongly to noise, light, or stressful situations. Racing thoughts, excessive talking, and impulsivity are common, along with rigid thinking and inflexibility. This makes it challenging to adapt when plans change or when others offer different perspectives. Relationships can be affected, as loved ones may find it hard to predict or manage the sudden shifts in mood and behavior. Adults with Ring of Fire ADHD often describe their minds as constantly active, jumping rapidly from one idea to another. Sleep problems are also common, since it can be difficult to calm down enough to rest. While these challenges can be disruptive, this type also comes with unique strengths. Many individuals are creative, passionate, and full of energy, capable of tackling big ideas with intensity and enthusiasm. Managing Ring of Fire. ADHD often involves finding ways to regulate emotions, slow down racing thoughts, and bring balance to a mind that rarely rests. ADHD is far more complex than most people realize, and recognizing its different types is the first step toward understanding and support. If you or someone you know relates to these symptoms, remember, help and treatment are available, and with the right strategies, people can adapt, thrive, and even turn ADHD into a strength. Many live fulfilling, successful lives once they understand their brains better and build systems that work for them. Over time, symptoms may shift, but self-awareness and support always make a difference. Thanks for watching, and we'd love to hear your thoughts. Which type resonated with you most? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with others who may benefit from this information. Better Brain Days.